Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Along the Gulf Coast, that is the Gulf of America, by the way, dense fog will make traveling hazardous into the morning. A clipper system is going to bring scattered rain and snow showers from the Midwest to the Appalachians and interior Northeast over the next few days. Closer to home, very dry conditions with low humidity will keep fire conditions elevated through the weekend. A cold front's going to move across the area tomorrow through Thursday, which is going to bring some breezy easterly winds to much of the area and cooler temperatures. A weekend storm system is going to bring another round of breezy to windy conditions. And on Monday, expect more wind. We must be getting close to spring. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This roadblock information for Wednesday, 26 February. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. There are no internal or external roadblocks scheduled. Highway 70, Highway 54, Highway 380, Nike Avenue, Las Cruces Gate, and El Paso Gate will remain open.
At last night's City Commission meeting, the District 1 vacancy was filled by Crystal Guthrie, who's lived in Alamogordo since the age of 3 months. She was elected with a unanimous 6-0 vote. While the mayor was thanking all candidates for appearing, she was interrupted by Commissioner Reardon.
Thank you for coming in. I know that's not easy, and
I'd like to thank everybody that threw their name in the hat as well. It's a thankless job, and you guys it's awesome that you stepped up.
You know how little kids are sometimes when they're on a swing? Look at me, no, over here. Anyway, Commissioner Guthrie was then sworn into office.
I, Crystal Guthrie, having been appointed to the office of District 1 City Commissioner for a term to expire on December 31st, 2025, in the City of Alamogordo, State of New Mexico, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution and the laws of the State of New Mexico, and faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability. So help me God.
With her business experience and degree, I think this is going to be a welcome fit to the City Commission. Mayor Payne then presented the State of the City, followed by citizen Joseph Lindsay speaking about the city denying the freedom of speech by disabling comments on social media platforms. Ironically, the very right he suggests was denied permitted him to speak before the commission.
Most interesting.
After he spoke, the mayor responded,
I'm thick-skinned. I really don't care what people say about me. I'm not real concerned with what they think about me. For me, when we had comments and people said ugly things and used foul language, that just showed their character, not mine. So it didn't bother me, but I just want to be clear that I didn't do that and I had nothing to do with it, but I do have to abide by it. If our legal counsel says we can't have comments, then I have to abide by that.
Afterwards, the commission adjourned into a closed session. The Alamogordo Police Department is excited to announce the partnership with the Alamogordo Fire Department and the Alamogordo Public Schools for the second annual Ferguson Summer Academy Internship. This amazing opportunity is open to juniors and seniors from Alamogordo High School. Interns are going to have hands-on experience and insight into both law enforcement and firefighting. If you want to apply or get information, please visit the Alamogordo Police Department Facebook page. The Alamogordo Recreation Center is offering Spring Fling. Registration is going on now. Spring Fling will be happening from March 24th through the 28th, Monday through Friday, from 7:45 a.m. to 5:45 p.m., open to grades kindergarten through 8th. Games and activities with an afternoon snack. The fee is $100 per child. If you're needing a forever friend, Kitty City and Alamogordo Animal Control are having a joint adoption event this weekend at the mall.
Join us at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for the Kitty City adoption event. We will have cats and kittens from Kitty City and puppies and dogs from Alamogordo Animal Control.
Kathy Denton there from Kitty City. Time now for a Libertarian Perspective with Libertarian Party of New Mexico Chair Chris Lucchini, who's going to talk to us about legalizing hair braiding?
The House is considering House Bill 281, a bill to legalize hair braiding. Currently, if you want to start up a hair braiding business, you have to get a full cosmetology license, which can mean as much as 1,600 hours of training and paying tens of thousands of dollars in tuition. This bill simply exempts hair braiding from a regulated activity under the cosmetology section of occupational licensing. This should be a no-brainer. I can't conceive of any health or safety reason that the state should be regulating hair braiding, criminalizing people who engage in the despicable act of unlicensed hair braiding.
God, I wish this was a joke. I really wish this was a joke. He's serious. It's against the law. This week, he also talks about a law that prohibits the number of apprentices people are allowed to have when passing on their trade. You can hear his commentary in full on our YouTube channel. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Hi, Sunny Harris, inviting you to join Animal Village NM's Thank You in Advance fundraiser and help us reach our goal of $25,000 by February 29th. Your support will fund spay-neuter surgeries for more than 200 pets and provide essential pet food for families in need. Drop off gently worn shoes at our collection boxes or donate online at animalvillagenm.org. By mail, 303 Spring Road, Ruidoso, 88345. Thank you in advance for your generosity. animalvillagenm.org.
A double homicide investigation is underway after 2 people were found dead inside of a mobile home in northern New Mexico. That's according to the Taos County Sheriff's Department, who responded to the Valencia trailer park for a welfare check. When they entered the home, they found 2 women who appeared to have been shot to death. With the assistance of the county sheriff, they located 27-year-old Cesar Garcia, who they believe was in one of the victims' car in Espanola. Deputies said Garcia was involved in another incident and was arrested. Some state lawmakers know there's a lot of New Mexicans who cannot find coverage that fits their budget, so they want to know the state wants to help out.
Right now, too many New Mexicans are left behind by a healthcare system that is just out of reach.
Democratic State Representative Rena Scapansi wants to change that system with House Bill 186, which is the Medicaid Forward program, a proposal expanding Medicaid eligibility in the Land of Enchantment to residents who currently make too much money to qualify for government-managed health insurance. Right now, that limit for a family of 4 is around $43,000 a year. Skapenski's bill would drastically increase those income limits on a sliding scale while also limiting out-of-pocket costs to just 5% of your income. The proposal also increases reimbursement rates for local doctors, hopefully encouraging them to accept more Medicaid patients. Like the current Medicaid program, the feds are expected to cover at least 70% of the cost, and that's where Republican lawmakers are concerned. Despite those concerns, the Medicaid Forward plan cleared its first House committee and hasn't shown up on the schedule, though. If it does get fully approved, the Healthcare Authority would have until 2028 to get the expanded program up and running. New Mexico is not the only state facing a doctor shortage right now. It is a national problem, and experts fear it's only going to get worse in the Land of Enchantment unless state lawmakers do something about the medical malpractice issue.
We are in crisis. We are at a critical point. We are at a breaking point. If there isn't some change done soon, there is going to be more patients harmed because of lack of access.
Dr. Angelina Villas-Adam, the president of the New Mexico Medical Society, speaking with KOB, she says the state's medical malpractice environment is absolutely part of the problem.
If medical malpractice occurs where a patient is injured because of some wrongdoing, then that patient needs to be compensated. But we also need an environment that is balanced, where there's not an exorbitant amount of these lawsuits and frivolous lawsuits being claimed to where it's driving doctors away.
State Senator Martin Hickey blames that lack of balance on a 2021 bill revamping the state's medical malpractice system, which drastically increased the cap on medical malpractice damages and unintentionally giving trial attorneys the upper hand.
We have doubled the number of cases, and we now lead the nation in malpractice cases per capita in the country.
Hickey says that drastic increase in cases sent medical malpractice insurance premiums sky high, forcing many doctors into a corner. Like anyone involved in politics, while they are the ones that broke it, they feel they are also the ones that can fix it. Not that this method has ever worked before. Hickey says it's time to put some limitations in law, and 19 other lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are on board with 3 big changes to the medical malpractice system. First, 75% of those punitive damages would go to the State Department of Health. Second, attorney's fees would be limited to just a fraction of what's remaining. 33% of the case goes to trial and only 25% if it's settled. Third, patients' medical expenses, which are covered by the state's Patient Compensation Fund, would be paid out over time and not all at once. There are some other medical malpractice bills calling for other changes to the system, but the fact of the matter here is that lawmakers caused this problem. Most of our problems are caused by these buffoons. If a Democrat doesn't screw it up, a Republican does, and we are really up a river when we get these bipartisan solutions. A presentation was held Tuesday morning in front of the Board of County Commissioners in Donna Ana County to outline the events that led to a writ of mandamus being filed against Sheriff Kim Stewart. That emergency court order was filed by Donna Ana County Manager Scott Andrews and claims the sheriff is not carrying out her duties to commission new sheriff deputies and threatened her removal from office if she continued to do so. Donna Ana County Sheriff Kim Stewart told her office that she had reservations about commissioning 14 new cadets who graduated on February 13th. That's according to emails which were attached to court documents. Acting County Attorney Carrie Neal outlined Tuesday's presentation to the commissioners, which showed that on February 20th, Sheriff Stewart announced that she had commissioned the 14 deputies to be in compliance with the writ of mandamus. Following the presentation, BOCC Chair and District 1 Commissioner Christopher Shalho Hernandez suggested that maybe it's time that the Donna Ana County Sheriff's Office undergoes an external audit.
This is about making sure that we have set the expected standard and that it is the same for all persons. We want to ensure that all of our sheriffs going forward are following the statutes, ordinances, and policies. We want to make sure that future sheriffs are aware of what it is that they need to do and that they are expected to follow the same policies and procedures.
Incidentally, Sheriff Kim Stewart announced Monday that she appointed Robert Pera as undersheriff to the recently vacated position. The most recent undersheriff was appointed this past November. Las Cruces Public Schools Superintendent Ignacio Ruiz, along with the district's administration, met with U.S. Customs and Border Protection on Monday after agents boarded a bus of Las Cruces high school students on Friday, February 21st, while they were on their way to a swim meet in Albuquerque. The bus was a charter bus and not marked as being used for a school trip. The district says he spoke with the Border Patrol about the implementation of proactive measures to prevent similar incidents in the future, and remains committed to the safety, security, and emotional well-being of all students regardless of immigration status. U.S. Representative Gabe Vasquez says the students were harassed after the charter bus was stopped at a Border Patrol checkpoint this past Friday. Border Patrol said they verified everyone on board was legal and sent them on their way. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 13 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Dexter at Ruidoso, 18 games for New Mexico varsity basketball, but nothing in our area. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies with a 20% chance of showers, gusts up to 18 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, 20% chance of showers, winds gusting at 30. Mostly sunny and cooler tomorrow, winds gusting up to 18. Your high today in the basin, 74. Low tonight of 39. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 33. High tomorrow, 64 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 20% chance of wintry mix. Winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance for snow. New snow accumulation is expected to be less than half an inch. Winds will be gusting up to 32. Mostly sunny tomorrow, and it's going to feel cold. There's a 20% chance for snow. Winds gusting up to 30. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 54. Low tonight of 24. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 12. High tomorrow, 42. Wind chill is going to make it feel like it's 10 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.